Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Tenant Farmer. My name is David, as always, and today is going to be a big day, a new chapter, if you will, for the farm, but a sad day at the same time, because after approximately 12 years, this Massey is leaving the farm, and it's been a great servant to us. We've really used this to its max, but as you well know, over the past month or 6 weeks, we've been looking into a few options for new tractors for the farm, really. An upgrade to the loader tractor, various different reasons behind it. We'd taken on a little bit more work, and we just need a little bit more power, amongst other things. And also, this old girl's getting a little bit old now, so we're moving on. And the new tractor is ready. We have made a decision eventually. We had a look at a few different options there, and we have come to an agreement. So this is the last drive for the 5400 loader tractor. We're taking it to the yard, to the depot, where we'll park it up, where our new tractor is ready and waiting for us. So I'm very excited. Now is the time for you to put your guesses in if you haven't seen the thumbnail, which I imagine may give it away. But it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it there. I'm pleased with the decision that we've made there, and I think it will help us moving forward. But yeah, let's just pull on in. And there it is. There she goes. That is our brand new, well, no, near enough brand new Massey Ferguson. Of course we stayed red. Why wouldn't we? We're just gonna leave this here, really. Alright, well, I don't know where this is going. There is a home for it already, apparently. We got a good price for it. It's off somewhere. And I'm sure it'll do, whoever's taking it will do them remarkably well. So Godspeed, 5430, and we will see you around, hopefully. But yeah, beautiful tractor, did this perfectly. We just need to go bigger. And how have we gone bigger? Well, look at this. We went for the 50, and how have we gone bigger? We went for the 6714, the S series as well, Massey Ferguson. Now, of course, we were always going to try and stick Massey. I've been Massey for years. My dad was Massey before that. So it's going to be a very difficult decision to move away. And to be honest, we were close to doing it. We looked at it, and the Class and the New Holland were the closest to tip me over the edge. That T5 that we looked at was remarkable. This guy came in, though, just after that. After we'd already agreed for the new land as well, so it gave us a little bit more power, a little bit more weight as well where we needed it, and I think this is going to be the tractor for us. So I've made the move, pulled the trigger, really, and I'm happy with our decision. Hello. So are you. Yeah, let's have a look inside. Okay, so as we said, this is the same tractor that we had on demonstration. We have bought a new bucket for the front of it, though, which was something I just want to do because I wanted to put a grab on there. We find a bit more use for that, so we're going to be keeping that muck grab, oddly enough. But yeah, just something a little bit different, really, for now. So especially when we're doing a lot of work with the garden and the shifting a lot more muck around, this is just sometimes a little bit better. And we can also use it when we come to put a bit of lime on our fields as well. So everything as we discussed is exactly the same as it was in the original demo tractor. Nothing changed. GPS is in here as well. GPS is going to be a slightly different to the version that we had, but I like that we have it on two tractors now. That's crucial, because there's going to come a time where we are doing field work and we're going to need to be able to have that feature. So very pleased with that. We're going to take it over to the yard now, where there's actually another surprise waiting for us there. We've been busy. And yeah, we've got a lot of new things happening now, and this next step is something that we've been looking into for a little bit of time, because I knew that I was trying to up my output for hay. So we've been able to do that, and this is just the next step in the process, really. So we're going to walk you through what that looks like. Our little square baler is not in the yard at the moment either. That's away for a service. It will be coming back. Just too much to do, so I thought I'd let someone else take care of that and service it over there and make sure it's all looking good. And I think we're going to get that back tomorrow. So that'll be handy. But yeah, just the changes here are huge. And I can't wait to be able to do things like hauling bales back to the yard with this. It will be so much easier and faster and more comfortable than we were in the 5435 there. So it's just going to be a huge change, really. And a lot of these changes, when you go up into a different size tractor like this, for someone who doesn't necessarily upgrade their tractor every 2-3 years, there's a lot of lifestyle changes, right? It's a lot more comfortable, and you've really got to take that into effect. So we're yeah, very, very happy with it. And it'll be able to help out. We can drop the loader off here, and this can go into any of the heavier work that we have to do. So, you know, I think it's gonna be great. There is a front loader on this. Wasn't a requirement, but this model came with it. We were able to save a little bit of money because this was X demonstration. So we did okay there as well, which is good. So that factored in with the trade, and we still have to finance a large chunk of this. Don't get me wrong, it's not a cheap tractor by my standards, but you know, it made it more manageable, let's just say that much. So what we're going to do is pull this into the shed for the first time, where we'll have a look at new machine number 2, and then we're going to go off and get ready for a little bit of spring drilling. So we'll just come around this corner. It'll be a little bit easier to fill our feeder as well, because it is a little bit bigger. There you go, we're through. And here is new machine number 2. We've got ourselves a multi-pack for square bales. Look at that. This is going to be very, very useful. Now, as we've discussed, well, old habits die hard, I suppose. Now, as we've discussed, we are going to be doing a lot more hay this year. We're going to still maintain these small square bales, though. That's going to be where we're trying to make the most of our opportunities. And what I don't like doing is hand stacking square bales, and I want to make it as automated as possible. So we don't want to be stacking them in the shed on flat 8 grabs. We don't want to be worrying about stacking them in the fields, God forbid, in Stooks either. This is going to collect 14 square bales, which are left in single file behind the baler, and this is going to allow us to then load them up nice and quickly, stack them into a big square bale, and then for us to load them up with our tractor. We can put 2 on the front with this tractor as well. It's got the weight to handle that, and we can get them all stacked up. One other thing to consider as well, we do have a lot more grassland now with the addition of our latest land acquirement, so we're going to be needing to stack them all in that shed over there. So that's going to work out very nicely. I think I'm very, very pleased with the decision that we made to go for that bigger tractor, but this should be should allow us at least to really step forward and take that big jump in our performance, in our output, and our operations. So intrigued to see how it goes. I'm hoping, depending on how we're going there, we'll either be sticking a tether onto the back of the Fiat, or it'll be going onto this Artisan as well. So again, big investment for the future. It's going to take a few years to pay itself off there, but it will. I have every confidence that we'll do that. And that's going to be everything that we'll be buying this year, let me tell you. We are strapped for cash at the moment, so we will be focusing on making a bit more of a return from our garden plots, and we also need to make sure we get all of our spring crops planted as well. So with that in mind, into the last 5400 that we have, the 5470. Let's just raise up this guy. We're going to just scratch the surface of our the ground that we spread muck onto. What will it be now? About 2 weeks ago, and we're going to 2.5, 3 weeks ago. So yeah, and we're going to make sure we can get a good start on that one. Just work it in, work it over, so we can in theory drill into the top of it. We're going to knock over the top kind of couple of inches, if that, really, of subsoil. So of the topsoil there, sorry. So we should be able to get a good seedbed to work into. And do as little tillage as possible there, see how we get on. But this is still going to be a main workhorse, really, if you like. This is still going to do a lot of the tractor work. Of course, we'll do as much road work as we can with the newer, more comfortable 67. Yeah, lots to go around anyway. And then we do need to put the drill onto this as soon as we're done. So we will be busy over the next few days. I was hoping to try and find a more of a direct drill. There's nothing really out there I can find. Just looking only for like 3-4 meters. I haven't got enough ground to go anywhere bigger than that. Yeah, nothing I can find yet. But we'll see. Anyway, we're going to go back on over. We'll have a swing by. I made a few changes to some of the fences on the new yards as well. I'll show you those on the new land there, and we'll we got a lot of slurry put out there. The slurry store is now empty at the main yard. Because it took us a while. It's a long cart here, and if anything, that's reaffirmed my decision that next year we do need to get a contractor in a lagoon out here, or you know, a nurse tank on the edge of the field there. But you'll see now, we took out that corner bit of fence there just to make it a little easier so we can almost swing straight on up there, because that was a nightmare. Absolute nightmare to get around. So we're looking a little bit better. Anyhow, let's get on up into the field here. We'll have a look-see. But yeah, I think it's got some slurry on up here. I hope it'll really start to push forward now, and we'll see what that looks like. But good amount of grassland all over the place there now. You can still see a bit of slurry on the top. But it's got plenty of time in which to work its way in there. We'll run a harrow over the field soon if we need to. Just to, you know, continue to work it all in, but it should be fine. And we'll go up the road and into that field at the back. This field here, I'm waiting for a few soil samples back to see if we need to do anything else to it, but that is likely going to go into spring barley soon. And we'll see how we get on. But it's a fair size field. Not sure what I had in the last time round, but it was definitely a winter drought crop there, so we'll stick some spring barley in, and we will see how it goes for the first year. I have an idea in my mind that we might need to look into perhaps putting a cover crop in there as well for a little bit, just to see if we can, if anything, just to see if we can get a little bit of activity in the soil there, get some earthworm activity in there, and you know, just to get things rolling. But we'll see. We'll see. Wait to see what the soil results look like when they come back. I do think that this summer coming, once everything's been harvested, we might end up having to put a bit of lime down on some of these fields on this block here. But again, we'll leave that decision till a later time. Winter barley looks good though. Looks really good. Happy with that. Okay, onwards we go. So we can just that folded down. All right, I think I've got my, I'm going to do a rough AB line here, so we should be good with that. Stick it down. And then do I want to be in? We're in C2 at the moment, which seems a little aggressive, but maybe it's alright. As you can see, we're not really disturbing the soil too much. We're just working over the muck on the top, working it in a little bit there, and getting ready for a bit of direct drilling, because if it just needs to be worked in so it gives it its best chance to be incorporated into the soil. So that seems to be what's happening very nicely indeed. We're going to do the same for the other field when we get the green light to go into there. But as I mentioned, we're just waiting to see what that looks like at the moment, and before we actually start any work, to see if there's anything else we need to add in there, I guess. Right now though, all is good, all is well. We're just going to keep pushing through and keep on going in what's going to be the beginning really of a very, very busy spring and summer. We're going to try with the new ground there. We may look to get a little bit of silage off there as well, just to look to sell straight away, with the idea that in theory we can probably just stack it over in the shed in the far corner there. And if we can get that done, even if it's 50 bales or so, I think we'll get enough off our own ground for us. So if we can do that, then that would be great, and then we can look to add in as much hay as we can after that. There we go, just go up here, and then we'll be cutting our hay there in late June, July, weather permitting. Sometimes it's a lot later because it's just too wet, but we'll see. And that will be going, if it's good quality, which we're looking to do, and we'll have to check again to see the quality of the grass as it continues to grow. That may well get reseeded as we get into the new year, but we'll have to see how we get on now. It's a bit late in the year to do that, so we'll just have to hold tight and then see where it goes from there. But if we can, we sure will look into it. Dust is flying off this, good heavens. Absolutely flying down. And yeah, and that's really going to be us here. That's the farm going. That is the biggest news from the farm. 2 new machines. Let me know down below what you think of the Massey. I know a few of you were dropping comments saying that we should go for different machines, but some of them, there was a lot of comments for Deutz. Just no Deutz dealers anywhere near us really in the area, so it made it a little bit impractical, and the dealer support is paramount. It always will be. So that's why we chose not to go for that option. But otherwise, we're going to get cracking along. We've got a big field to go through here. We're going 6 meters per pass. I just want to get this all incorporated in so the drill can come through next and we'll get set up. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. I have been David. This has been the next episode of the Tenant Farmer. And the Massey family continues and continues to grow. So hope you have enjoyed. Do stay safe. Enjoy what you're doing. And we'll see you all in the next one. Catch you later.